Alright, so today I'm going to take you on a garden tour and show you what I'm growing. Let's go. Here's my herb bed. We have 2 varieties of oregano, 2 varieties of parsley. We got the curl parsley and flat leaf parsley. And then same thing, 2 varieties of thyme. Got the lemon thyme and English thyme. And then in the middle here is my sage, love sage. And then in the back behind the sage there's rosemary's. And then the same thing on this side, we have 2 varieties of oregano, 2 varieties of parsley, and 2 varieties of thyme. On the table there is another rosemary, and in the corner is my poor neem tree. Then outside the bed, I have a beautiful holy basil. She put off seeds. I allowed it to go to seeds so I can collect the seeds. I actually grew this from seeds, so I am very proud of that. And a purple basil that I also grew from seed that is putting off some seeds for me. We're putting out flowers that will eventually put out seeds. Here I have another rosemary, plantain, then we have chives, and 2 parsley, 2 flat leaf parsley. I decided to grow in pots. I didn't know how the parsley was going to do inside of the raised bed. The parsley is very fussy, so I decided to grow it in pots just in case it didn't do well in the raised bed. But it seems to be doing pretty well, so I'm happy about that. This is goji berry. This was a rescue. It was actually the last one on the shelf, and he was so sad. But I like a challenge, so I decided to bring it home and see what I can do with it. And he came to life. So I'm going to give him a nice new pot and let him take off. This is a hosta. This is Roma tomato. Putting out some nice fruits. This was another save. Again, it was the last one. It seemed like a lot of my plants was the last of the Mohicans. So I decided to take this one home, and it was literally just foliage, no flowers, just foliage, and it came to life. So I'm very proud of him. These are my sunflowers. These are sunflowers. They're getting pretty tall. This is lavender. Beautiful lavender, putting out some flowers. So I'm happy about that. It smells so good. This is an onion that I actually rooted. And it's putting out some flowers. This one broke. Kids in the neighborhood like to come play with my children, and there's always a surprise to say the least out here, so yeah. But they are giving out seed. This is a purple onion that I rooted, it's a grocery store bought onion. I rooted them and put them in a pot. Did the same thing with this potato. So this potato looked like it's coming up on harvest soon. It's still got some nice greenery, but it's showing signs of being at the end of its life. It flowered, the flowers are gone, so it appears to me like it's going to be time to harvest this one soon. Another hosta. We're going up on the porch here, so we'll start here. Here's another holy basil that I grew from seed, and it's putting off seeds, so I'm very proud of them. Lemon balm. It's time to harvest that one. Is so prolific. It's just been giving and giving. This is a yellow pepper I grew from seed. It had a late start. This spring was an interesting one. It was a little cold, so this pepper took a while, but it finally decided to grow and give off fruit, so I'm very proud of that one. And that is my plantain. The one that we did a video on, this one, we saved it. It was growing in a pot of weeds. Early in the spring, I found it in a pot of weeds, so I decided to take it and put it in its own pot, and it's been giving and giving. And then up there you see another hosta. I love the hostas. And on the other side of the porch, so this is spearmint. I love spearmint. I'm growing all color bell peppers. This is a purple pepper. Very rare to see these growing in the stores, so I'm always happy to grow purple peppers. This is my green peppers. Not sure what's going on with that one, but what's unique about this plant is there's two growing inside of here. So when I bought it from the nursery, there were 2 peppers in a pot. And the rule of thumb, the general rule of thumb, is to give your pepper plants space so that they can, not rob each other of resources and so on and so. But I decided to keep this together because I just go against the grain. So to me, it looks like it's thriving and it looks very happy. It's actually growing just as well as any of my other peppers. So my experiment has taught me that 2 peppers can actually thrive. As long as you give it a big enough container, they will thrive together. And it's still putting off peppers all over the place, more flowering. So it looks very happy to me. And here's another green pepper. I like green peppers, they're my favorite, so I'm growing a couple green peppers this season. And next to him is the infamous banana pepper. So we just harvested that super long banana pepper. This was another save. So you'll see in the garden there's a couple plants that I have that I actually bought from the nursery, saved them because they were actually they were in the nursery, they were looking sad, the sun was beating them up, they looked thirsty. So I decided to take this one home, and at first I was going to toss him, but he decided to put off a pepper, and that let me know, okay, he don't want to go anywhere. I just harvested the one pepper, and it looked like it was taking up so many resources because that was the only pepper that was growing. But then I saw that there is others that's trying to come out. Where are they? I thought I saw them. I'm hallucinating, y'all. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. So we're going to see what he do, and we'll keep you updated on that one. So this is our cherry tomatoes. It's been so prolific, just giving off. We've harvested a couple times from them. So this is a mammoth jalapeno. This was another save. It was looking very sad, so I decided to bring him home, and he decided to fruit for us. So I'm very happy about that. This is a regular jalapeno, which has been given off. We've harvested, and there's more growing, more to come with the flowers. And this little baby here, I had 2 jalapenos actually, and this one snapped. And so I decided to just kind of stick it inside the pot to see what would come of it, and sure enough, it began to fruit. So I learned some things this year. When your peppers snap, don't toss them because they'll actually grow. They'll continue to grow and give off peppers. So actually very, very happy about that. This is another save. This was I particularly got this one because I never heard of it before. Jalapeno pepper. This is supposed to be a jalapeno variety with the jalapeno flavor without the heat. So I was like, why not? And then again, it was on the shelf looking sad. So I decided to bring it home, and it's now giving off. So I'm very proud of him. This is another plant that snapped. This is a green pepper. children were playing one day and a ball hit it and snapped the top off of it. And I was gonna toss it. This is before I learned what I learned with the jalapeno. I was gonna toss it, but I decided to keep it. And sure enough, it gave off peppers. So I'm happy that I decided to keep them. Another cherry tomato. And then, so here is a variety I'd never heard of. Again, this is another save. This is called a Cajun bell pepper. I have never heard of Cajun bell pepper, but I thought it would be cool to try, to first save the plant and then taste a spicy bell pepper. So looking forward to experiencing that one. And then on this side we have red bell pepper, which is looking pretty good. This is our orange, and this again, this was another one where there was 2 in the pot. I decided to keep them together, and they are just putting out, and more to come. So I was very happy about that. Is yellow peppers, and this one is just giving. Look at that. Yellow peppers. This is my peppermint. Need a little love today. It was very sunny and hot yesterday, and I didn't make it out in time to water him, so I'm gonna show him a little love today. And then right outside on the other side we have elderberry. It was a cutting, so when I got it, it was just a little wood cutting, maybe a couple sprouts, but nothing much going on. I didn't know what it was gonna do. Brought it home, and it actually flourished, so I'm happy about that. Another hosta tucked in the corner there. And then if we make our way to the other side of the porch, I watered today, so you'll see the water everywhere. We have our purple kale, which I've been harvesting from. Actually easier to grow than I thought. It's actually tolerant of the heat, which is something I didn't expect. The flavor has been pretty good, so very happy about that one. Another lemon balm, and another purple basil that I grew from seed. So they're doing pretty well. This is that yellow onion I was telling you about. Look like it's ready to be harvested, so I'll be doing that soon. I only put one in. I didn't want to go bananas with it just yet because I rooted them, so I wanted to see how that process would turn out. I did it before, and I grew them before, maybe one time, and it turned out pretty well, so I wanted to perfect the process before I grow it in abundance. So we'll see what we get when we harvest these. This is lavender, another lavender, putting out flowers, looking so beautiful. And another sunflower. And back here we have a juniper berry tree. The birds love that one. And another hosta. I'm not sure of the variety of these hostas, but I thought that one was so beautiful. This was a purple basil that I saved. He was very sad, and brought it home, nursed it up, and now it's taken off. Rosemary, sage, and another rosemary. Big boy tomato, giving off some good tomatoes here. So another hosta. Back here was a yellow lily. I'm sorry, a yellow iris. plantain, and marigold. This was another save. My neighbor, she had grew a bunch of marigolds on her porch. She moved, and this one was growing inside of one of the pots she left with a bunch of weeds, just like the plantain. And I took it, I repotted it, I was giving off. And this one is going to seed. I'm going to show you guys how to actually capture the seeds from marigolds. I'm going to show you that in another video. You have it, what's growing on in my garden. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and keep up with me as I keep you updated on what's growing on in my garden. Peace, y'all.